This tutorial explains how to crochet crocodile stitch in round. I'm starting with a circle of double crochets. It doesn't actually matter what you're starting with. If you were making the handbag, for example, you would make the bottom of the handbag first, and then crochet the crocodile stitch on top of that. The important thing is that the number of stitches is a factor of 3. For example, 30 or 33 stitches. I have already chained 2, which takes the place of a double crochet, and now I'm going to double crochet into the same stitch as I chained 2 from. Then I'm going to chain 2 more. I'm going to skip 2 stitches and double crochet into the third one. Just like that. And then I'm going to chain 2 more, skip 2 stitches again, and then do 2 double crochets into the third stitch. I do both the double crochets into the same stitch. And then I keep going in this way. I chain 2, I skip 2 stitches, and then I double crochet into the third one. I'm going to alternate with 1 double crochet and 2 double crochets into the same stitch every other time. So right now I'm going to do 2 double crochets into this stitch, and then I'm going to chain 2, skip 2 stitches, and double crochet into the third stitch. Continue working in this way until you have made it all the way around the circle. The second row is where you're going to start making the actual scales of the crocodile stitch. I have chained 2 instead of a double crochet, and this is where it gets a little tricky. To form the scales, you're going to crochet into the side of the 2 double crochets instead of from the top like you would normally. So I have, as you can see, I've inserted the hook from the side, and then I do a double crochet as normal. Again, I yarn over, insert it from the bottom, and then double crochet as normal. I want a total of 5 double crochets into this side of the 2 double crochet space. So I'm going to do that. Remember, there's a total of 5 double crochets into each one, and the first one in this case was a chain of 2. So that's half a scale. And now you're going to turn your working piece around. You're going to chain 1, and then you're going to do 5 double crochets into the same 2 double crochets, but from the opposite side. Again, you insert from the bottom, and then you do the double crochet just as you would normally. So that's 1. And now I'm going to do 4 more. I'm trying to do this a little slowly so you can see exactly what I'm doing here. It's actually not at all that complicated once you've gotten the hang of it. Okay, and this is going to be the last of the 5 double crochets. And here it is, the first scale of our crocodile stitch. From here you're going to do exactly the same thing. You're going to chain 1 for a start, and then you will find the next set of 2 double crochets, and you will do 5 double crochets into it from one side. So that's 2, and this is going to be my third one. My fourth one. And 5. So that's the first half of the second scale. Now, just as before, I'm going to chain 1, then I'm going to turn the working piece around, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets into the same 2 double crochets, but from the other side. Remember, the trick is to come in from the side rather than doing all the double crochets on top as you would in most other cases in crochet. So here I am just finishing up. Here is my 5th double crochet, and there we go, two crocodile stitch scales. The rest of the scales are done in exactly the same way. So first you're going to chain 1, and then you're going to go over to the next set of double crochets and do 5 double crochets. In every next row, you want the scales to be shifted over half a scale compared to the previous row. In order to do this, you need to make the 2 double crochets over the single double crochet of the previous row. So first, you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do a double crochet into the same stitch that you started the chain 2 at. Sorry, I made a rather tight stitch here, so just bear with me as I make the double crochet. And now you're going to chain 2, and then you're going to do 1 double crochet into the center of a scale from the previous row. Then you're going to chain 2 once more, and then you're going to do 2 double crochets into the space between the scales. You want the hook to go under both row 2 and row 1 in order to hold the scales down. And then you want to do the second double crochet. Then again, you chain 2 and do 1 double crochet into the center of the next scale, chain 2, and do 2 double crochets into the space between the scales. Again, you want to use this opportunity to attach row 2 to row 1, and basically you continue doing this all the way around. Getting to the end of the row, you're going to slip stitch to finish it, and then you're going to do another row 4. This is going to be another row of scales. It's done exactly the same way as row 2. So first, I have already chained 2, and now I'm going to do 4 double crochets into the first set of 2 double crochets from row 3. As before, I want to do the double crochets from the side, not from the top, to get that 3D scale effect. So here it is, the first half of the first scale, and now I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn the working piece, and I'm going to do 5 more double crochets into the other side of the 2 double crochet space. Okay, nearly there. Remember, you want to insert the hook from beneath the 2 double crochet space. Okay, and there is the first scale of row 4. Notice that it is going in between the scales of row 2. Now I'm going to chain 1, and then I'm going to do 5 double crochets into the next 2 double crochet space of row 3. Okay, and there we are. That's the first half of the second scale. Now I'm going to chain 1, I'm going to turn the working piece around, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets into the 2 double crochet space. Okay, and here we go for the last double crochet. So here we now have 2 scales in row 4, and next one, chain 1 as before, do 5 double crochets into the next set of 2 double crochets from your previous row. That's 2, 3, 4, and the last one, 5. Here we are on scale 3. I'm going a little faster now because I think you are probably getting the idea at this point. Then I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to turn the work around, and I'm going to do 5 double crochets from the opposite side. I'm actually going to